Welcome to this edition of Dirt Stars and Slot Cars. Episode 7, BJ Joly. From a seat in the stands to a seat in a Sportsman Modified. This episode centers around a family man that went from watching from the stands to racing a Sportsman Modified at Grandview Speedway. BJ has been racing since 2016 and currently races at Grandview and Big Diamond. He is a family man and has used his car numbers to represent the important people in his life. BJ is a dirt star to me for not only his never-give-up attitude and stick-to-itness, but for the way he has worked to promote racing by displaying his car at the local mall or just taking time to talk to anyone interested in the sport. When you are at Big Diamond or Grandview Speedway, look for the 924 of BJ Joly. Here it is, Dirt Stars and Slot Cars, Episode 7, BJ Joly. BJ, thank you so much. We're at the Coventry Mall, taking the time to talk to me and to doing my show here. So how many years have you been racing?
Well, I started out going and watching at Grandview. My first actual time on the track was 2016. Just put a car together after a couple nights of having fun up at the hill, drinking and whatever. Then I bought an older car and I was like, I want to try it. So the original start was 2016 was a full season.
Okay, great. Your first car number, and was there any significance to that number?
My first car out on the track was 519, being that I had one child. His birthday was January 5th, and my best friend's birthday was 19th. He died of leukemia.
So tribute to him.
So that's how I got the 519.
Oh, great. Current number.
My current
and
number
what the significance to that is.
My current number is 924. I currently have 4 kids now. 2 of my kids were born in 2009. My other son was born in 2012, and my youngest daughter was born in 2014.
Great.
That's how I got my number, my kids' birth years.
Now, is this a full-time or a part-time deal for you?
We try to run weekly at Grandview. We try to hit Big Diamond a couple of times. Like I said, I just got into it, and I try to get as much seat time as possible. I love it. I love the sport. I love the friends that I've made. A lot of them turn into more like family than friends. They're always there to help you, whether it's big names in the sport or little names in the sport. Everyone's there to help you and guide you in some sort of way.
Your career highlight?
My career highlight would be to obviously win a couple of features. I've won a couple of heat races. I've had some nights that the car was there, and I've had veterans tell me, hey, you look really great. I said, thanks. What else can I do? They told me, find a gas pedal. If there's no more gas pedal, you got to try something else. So my overall highlight would be to win a feature or two, and that's our goal this year. But it just seems like most of the nights it's either not there or I have a good run and then I get overworked up and I bounce off the wall, or I find somebody else that runs into me and deliberately takes me out. But that's part of the game. Have fun, but winning one would be one hell of a success for me.
And then you mentioned a little bit, but like a career low light or something, like you're like, I'm done with this, I'm gonna give it up. But then you realized, I guess, how much you love the sport and got back into it.
My daughter has cerebral palsy, so it takes a lot of time and money to focus on her. She's doing great now, but at one time it was like, do I give up? Do I keep pushing? Don't really have the funding because it's all out of pocket, except for a couple of sponsors that I have that come on board. And like I said, they turn into more like family, so they keep pushing. But yeah, there's plenty of times that I thought, you know what, it's not me. I can't understand the whole driving part of, entering, coming off. different shot packages, a lot of money involved. Where it's almost like just a hole. Like, now that's it, I'm done. And my crew will tell you, my wife, my kids, there's times I come home after a Saturday night and Sunday, say, that's it, we're selling it. 2 hours later, I'm out washing the car and say, well, what can I do? And just look at the car and talk to some people, and they say, why are you selling? And it just turns into a conversation. The next Saturday, I'm back at Grandview.
Good. For my personal part here, married, single?
I'm married.
Do you have any advice to anyone that's thinking about getting into the racing?
The only advice, like, I was given, and I'm thick-headed, and a lot of my friends, racer friends, families will tell you I'm thick-headed. If you're starting out, find somebody that knows how to set up a car, find somebody that'll give you good advice, and it's a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of dedication. I mean, I'm in the shop every night, and I'm sure if you got a hold of Mike Gould or Ryan Watt or Ray Swinehart or Strunke, Laubach, they'll tell you, I text them like crazy. Like, hey, what can I do? Hey, here's a picture. And I try to get advice a little bit from everybody, but you only take one's advice, because if you get advice from 4 or 5 different people, you're going to be screwed up. So go to one go-to person and use their advice. If you don't think it's working, tell them what you don't think is working and see if they can figure it out. If not, ask them if they can watch you out on the track. And do yourself a favor, if you're going to Grandview, start in the back. Just like I was told, start in the back so you don't get ran over and destroy your equipment. And if you don't feel comfortable, pull off the track and get out of the way, like I used to. And I mean, sometimes trouble finds you, but that's the only advice I got.
Okay, that's good advice. Have you ever raced slot cars?
Nope.
Okay. And then your upcoming race schedule, and if you have any sponsors you want to mention?
My upcoming racing schedule is Grandview, obviously. That's close. I'm right in Joly, so I just go right over the hill. I'm going to hit Big Diamond a couple times. I love the Brett Deo shows. They're fun. It's more fun to run with guys that are more in your class as a motor package. We're thinking about traveling a little bit, but right now our main thing is Grandview every Saturday night. So with sponsors, I'd like to thank Hope Mortgage Team, James Hope. He helps me out a lot. Whatever I need, I call him, and he does his best to get me what I need. I want to thank Jason and Nicole Linedecker from Linedecker Race Engines. They help me out a lot. They're great people. They always answer every question I got, don't matter what time of the day. Obviously myself, BJ's Home Improvement and Snow Plowing, that's me. My wife, my kids, they support me. My wife's cleaning business, she gives me what she can. And just all my teammates, or not teammates, my team support, my pit crew. I mean, like I said, we're in there endless hours. It may not look like it out on the track, but it's hours and hours and hours and hours. You cannot stop working on these things from sun up to sundown if you really have the love and drive for the sport. But yeah, I want to thank Joe Funk again for doing an awesome wrap, doing an awesome job on the body. I want to thank Van Industries for the powder coating. It came out really good. We just got Mr. Chimney this year. He's a fan that sits in the grandstands at turn 4, cheers me on whether I'm doing good, bad, indifferent, whatever. And he called me and said, hey, I want my name on the side of your car. I said, okay. And he joined the board this year. I want to thank all the guys at the fire company, Joly Fire Company. They support me. Good group of guys. My friend works at Able. He helps when he can. So he just gave me a couple Able stickers just to throw on. Just to break it up a little bit. Palladino Metal Fabrications right here in Pottstown. He helps me out. Doesn't matter what it is. Could be a rim that he could fix to a welding on the chassis. I want to thank all them guys. And the car is to give back to all the first responders and firefighters and stuff, because obviously I'm an Joly firefighter.
Very nice, very nice.
But yeah, that's all. And I thank you. Appreciate the interviews. and all the support, fans, people. Thank you very much.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yes, I have hope. I figured out how to use the bridge to the curve. I'm jealous.
All right. So 17:04 for the 5 laps, which that's pretty good. A 2:42 as your top speed there, your top time. And you were number 1. Thanks again to BJ for taking part in this episode, and best of luck to you this season. And as always, I would like to thank my wife and kids for all their help and their support in making these episodes. Please remember to like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you are a dirt star and would like to have a crack at setting fast time, contact me and I will come to you. Please come back next time for episode 8. See you then.